Hello guys, welcome to this amazing tutorial. So today we're going to be working with this amazing portrait I found online, and I'm going to be teaching you how to run frequency separation, dodge and burn, and color grading. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do, and if you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you very much for your amazing support. So in the comment section, if you are still watching this video, just kindly comment the country or the city which you are watching from. Let me send you a special greeting in my next video. So this, okay, let me show you what I've done so far. This is straight out from camera image here, and this is a raw processed image. I just use the raw camera raw to process some things. If you want to learn how to do it, put it in the comment section below, or you can check out my recent videos. I posted a video about camera processing raw image, so you can check them out there. So firstly, what I like to do is remove the blemishes. Remove the blemishes. These big ones that you can spot easily, just remove them. So while I'm working with these images, I found it online and I could not get the original raw image. So what I'm trying to do is, you can still retain texture in any type of image that you are being given. You can still retain the texture from any image. Now that I've removed the blemishes, what I like to do is apply levels. Okay, I'll just this image is a little bit already contrasted, but I'll just add 2 to it and add here. You can see our before and after, before after. So you don't have to go wide about it, but the effect is there. You won't notice it. Okay, so now I'm going to start my frequency separation. What I like to do is name this one lower, then create another layer again, and name this one higher. Okay, that's it. Now that I've created those 2 layers, I hope you know what these 2 mean. This lower frequency layer, this is what contains the colors, and this higher frequency layer is what contains texture. And frequency separation is not magically transforming image. It is the act of you separating the color from the texture, being able to control them separately. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to control the 2 of them. I'm going to separate it from this image, and you're going to see it. So first of all, this lower and this higher, you Control G or Command G on your Mac to group them. Then you disable this, your higher frequency layer, come to filter, come blur, and you come to your Gaussian blur. In Gaussian blur, what I'll tell you is, the higher the radius, the sharper the image, and the lower the radius, the smoother the image. So this image is not really sharp. It doesn't really retain original texture. So I'm going to be using the radius of 7, because while choosing the radius, you also have to mind the amount of sharpness in your image. If the image is very sharp, you have to use a high level of radius for the image, and if the image is not sharp at all, you have to use a low radius amount. So for this image, I'll be using 7. So as you can see, you can still see some textures inside the block. That's how it should be. Then now enable the high frequency layer, come to image, come to apply image. Then in this layer, select lower frequency layer, let your blending mode be at subtract, scale should be at 1, offset 128. Then click OK. And here, come to blending mode, you put it on linear light. You can also use vivid light, but I prefer using linear light because it gives me exactly what I want. So if you are hoping to retouch like me, so I recommend you use linear light, because that's what's most favorable for me. So in this missing aspect, people also get it wrong. You don't miss like this or like this. You have to be very careful. This area here is the highlight, and here is the shadow. So while mixing, you have to be careful not to mix them, not to make them flat like plank. You have to refine the edge, like know where the edge is. Blending, it will be different. It will be difficult for people to spot the difference. Just see me mix here. Okay, you see this place is the edge. Just see the way I'll mix it together, so you won't be able to differentiate the edge or the meeting point of the highlight and the shadow anymore. everything will just blend together. And if you are new to frequency separation, it's not about it to be slow on your first time. See, you might probably take this like 2 times, 3 times if you are not a fast learner, and it's not bad. It happens to me too. Like I'll notice this message is bad, then I'll delete everything and start again. Yeah, it's fine. It's your first time or you are new to missile brush, definitely it will happen to you. You don't have to be ashamed about it or not to kill yourself trying to be fast. No, don't do that. Take your time. You achieve the better results. Learning procedures, the speed will come with practice and consistency. Okay, let me show you what we've done so far. These are before and these are after. You see, it's very difficult for you to spot the meeting points. I'm not changing them, I'm not changing anything in the image, as you can see, but I'm just enhancing it. So when people say frequency separation, some young photographers out there will then see it as in magic. Like if you put it on a portrait, it just look like what has been heavily photoshopped. And meanwhile, those things are ruining your brand. Sometimes what you know is it's not really about who you're giving it to. There might be after this, you should consider your brand, because I believe customers don't know what they want. You are the one selling the product to them, so you should be able to sell it to them and tell them, look, this is what a professional image will look like. You don't have to go wide. You have to retain the originality concept of that image, and that's what my photography is about, and that's what I intend to keep. You have to retain the originality concept. We are just enhancing it. We are not changing it. We are enhancing it. Everybody looks beautiful and unique in their own way. You don't have to change anything. And if you are still watching this video, please subscribe to this channel. It means a lot to me. At least that'll be a reward for me for teaching you this. Okay, and comment. Drop a comment in the comment section whatever you don't understand, which step you didn't catch up with, or hit me up on Instagram at Zodos Photography. I will reply you as soon as I can. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, and if you find any value in this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Give me a like. Those things you think it doesn't really matter, they mean a lot to us, because we took our time as putting this video out, creating them and editing them. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. And okay, we see our missing. Okay, what I'd like to show you here now, pay attention. You see now, because the image was screenshot, you see I don't have texture, so but I was still able to retain some part of it. As you can see, yeah, I was able to retain some part of it. So what I want to show you is, as you can see, this cloth is not looking professional because it's rough. So most people also ask me, how do I iron my cloth in Photoshop? It's simple. Here is one trick you can use. You can just use your missile brush and run the frequency separation on them. This time you still have to be careful, observe the linings of the cloth, so you don't have to go wide. So but yeah, just do it this way, and I'll show you the before and after, and you'll be wowed, like what? So this is what's going to happen here. As you can see, we are still working on it, because the clothes was really going to ruin my image, and I don't like it. I don't like after I put in a lot of effort to do some job, and you just see one little thing from the background will just be spoiling the whole thing for you. It's not really cool. Okay, yeah. So I think let's see how it goes now. Here's that before. You can see the clothes, and here is after. Here's that before, and here is after. So we're still gonna work on it because we don't have much texture in this image right now. So firstly, what I'm gonna do is my dodge and burn. I'm gonna come to my curves layer and bring this down a little bit. Yeah, this point is okay for me. Just Ctrl I to invert and create another curve layer. Take this up Yeah, okay, this point is enough for me. I control I to invert again. From here I press my control G. Yeah, so press control G for this. Then I pick my white brush tool. Make sure your foreground color is white and take the opacity to the radius of 10 is okay. While doing the dodge and bond, one thing you know, there's what called I don't know about that, but I call it the visible layer, which I use black and white to do. Reduce the red, so now you can easily spot the highlights and the shadow. The dark side represents the shadow and the white side represents the highlight. So I'm just gonna dodge this area, zoom in, okay, dodge this area, and dodge this area, okay, dodge here, dodge here. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna do the highlights now. Okay, so you don't really have to go wide about anything. It's not that every procedure you do on Photoshop you will basically see them like you see the reaction. You know, some of them are just there. Do those little beautiful uneasily seen magic in the image. So you just have to understand what you're going for and enjoy the process. So that's our dodge and bonding. I believe you don't even spot any difference, but I'm seeing it and I love what I'm seeing. It's okay. Let me show you our before. Here's our before and here's our after. Here's our before and here's our after. So from here, what I'll do now is our color grading. So I see people when they color grade, they go extra mile looking for ways to color grade. What I use is this selective color. So I'm gonna like this a chocolate skin model. So I'm just gonna add first of all put my reds at -10 and bring down my yellows to -5. Or let's see, yeah, -5. Do this. Okay, then bring the yellows a little bit down to 20 and add it to +5. This to +5. So from here we don't have any blues in this picture, but we have purples in the lips and the eyes. So I'm gonna be working with those aspects. Let's see how. Okay, like this. Yeah. Before, after. So there's no white in this image. There's no. Yours is natural. Add a little bit of red to the image, a little bit of yellow. Okay, so now that we've gotten to this level, first of all, I'm going to reduce the opacity because it's kind of too harsh for me, to 50, and I'll come to my color balance. Yeah, my shadows. In this shadow, I don't think, okay, let's add a little bit of red to the shadow. Okay, and the highlights, just give this touch of golden look. Yeah, okay. And in the mid-tone, I bring back my reds, my blues. For the shadow, I don't really like the red I'm having my shadows and my highlights. So just look for a way to blend it before and after. So I'm still gonna come to my opacity and reduce the opacity level to 50. Then from here I'm gonna come to my channel mixer. I'm going to reduce the red. Okay. Okay. And the green, just adjust it a little bit. Okay. So the color is almost blending here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue adjusting everything with it right now to achieve perfect tone that I want. So now I'm gonna go back to my red and a little bit of red to it, and drop my blues down a little bit, so you can see here's a before and after. Now drop the opacity as well. Come to photo filter, take this down to 5. Okay, then I'll use the selective color again. Now it's a black skin model, so we're going to take the red up to reduce the levels of red in the picture. Okay, so next I'm going to do is to bring down the yellows. So I want you to be like, when people see this image, they can easily tell that this is a dark skin model. So that's what like I said earlier, in everything I do, I want to be able to retain the originality concept of the image. I don't want to go extra my color grading. I'm not changing red to black, and I'm not changing black to red. Okay. I'm still going to achieve that dark skin too. So this black and white we have here now. I'm going to change the blend mode to multiply. Alright, so okay, you can see now we have this melanin feel in this image. Yeah, we have this melanin feel in this image. See our before and after, before and after. So we're able to retain the originality concept of this image, and we have our skin tone, have the professional color grading, be able to retain our texture, dodge and burn when to. So if you want to learn about my eye whitening, which I'm going to be doing, is in my previous video, or if you want me to do a new one, I'm going to drop a link. Because of time, I'll end this tutorial here. So if you still haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Thank you.